City. Today's video is going to be very special because I am making a brownie recipe using pulp. Yes, I said pulp. So my dad and I made beet juice a few days ago with the Nama J2 juicer. Whenever you make fresh squeezed juice, you get pulp. So we didn't want to throw that pulp away, and we already have composted quite a bit of it. So we decided we're going to take this pulp and make something with it. And we're going to make brownies with the pulp. So this is my first time doing this. I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and get started with our beet pulp brownies. And this recipe is plant-based, of course. So the first thing that you're going to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Our oven is already heated, so that's good. And then you're going to make sure that you have a baking tray. Now, you can get a tray that's 8 by 8, or it could be a little bit bigger than that, as long as it's not smaller than 8 by 8. And you can see this here. We also have some parchment paper that we put on top of the baking tray, just so it makes sure that nothing sticks to the bottom of it. If you don't have this, you can just, put some butter, plant-based butter, of course, or you can put some oil, but we're using this parchment paper. And so first we're going to get our dry ingredients mixed together. You can see we're going to use this big bowl here to put our dry ingredients. And so we're going to start by putting cacao powder, coconut flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. I will make sure to put the sizes of everything in the description so you can look for that. This is the cacao powder. This is the coconut flour. Baking powder in the bowl. A teaspoon of this, not too much. Baking soda, you can't see it, but it's on here. A dash of salt, literally a dash. See? Enough. So, we put the dry ingredients in here. Now we're going to stir to combine. So we're going to combine this until it's completely mixed well together. That did not take long at all. Let's see if you can see this. This is how it looks. Everything was mixed well together, and because the color of the cacao powder is so dark, this mixture is going to, of course, look like it's only cacao powder, but it's all of the dry ingredients mixed into here. So I'm going to set this aside. Now we're going to work on our wet ingredients. This is the bowl we're going to use for our wet ingredients, okay? Wet ingredients include... We're going to start with the eggs. So, of course, I want to make this completely plant-based, so instead of using eggs, which of course you could use eggs if you choose to, but me, instead of using eggs, I'm going to use an egg replacement. This egg replacement is a flax egg. It's literally just getting 1 or 2 tablespoons of ground flax seed meal and mixing that with water and letting it sit for at least 5 minutes, and you'll get this here mixture. Hopefully you can see that. It's like a egg replacement, but with flax seeds. So we're gonna try this out. We're gonna put this in this bowl. I'm gonna make sure I get everything. So I'm gonna get this spoon here. Okay. So we did that, and then we're going to get our pulp. This is the most important part. You see? This is the pulp that we got when we made the beet juice a few days ago. So this is why this recipe is called the beet pulp brownies, because we're going to use the pulp from the beet juice to put in here. This is 2 cups, but again, I'm going to put the description of the actual ingredient size in the description. This is the oil. This is coconut oil that we melted. Okay, put that in here. Maple syrup. right here. It smells so good. I'm gonna get all this maple syrup. And then we're going to do a little bit of vanilla extract, just a little bit, like literally just about a cap. Just a cap full. That's it. Boom. That's it. A cap full. And a little bit of cinnamon, like a dash. Just like a little simply organic cinnamon, just like a little dash. We're gonna mix it until well combined. This looks so good and it smells so good. So now we're going to combine the wet ingredients with our dry ingredients. The wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. They are in the same bowl. Now we're going to mix them well. So what we did was we added a little bit of oat milk. After we combined the dry and the wet, we added a little bit of oat milk. I would say like half a cup. And now we're adding a little bit more maple syrup. So I'm gonna stop. So I would say we added like a tablespoon of maple syrup just then.
More like 2. Daddy got a sweet tooth. I ain't tell you nothing.
Now that we mix the dry and the wet ingredients together, but you see here, we're going to add it to this dish, 8 by 8. Okay. Now we made sure that when we put the mixture into this dish, we wanted to make sure that it was evenly layered. So you can kind of see it there. Now it's going in the oven. 30 minutes. Okay, so the brownies have been taken out of the oven, and so now we're going to first give you a quick look at them. And then we're gonna have a taste test. We had to cook these a little bit longer than was instructed because we wanted to make sure that every time we put a knife in there that nothing came off the knife. So we wanted to make sure it was cooked thoroughly. Whoa, look at this. Look at it. Whoa. Okay. That's done. This is really good. This is delicious. It's moist, it's chocolatey, it's just delicious. It's not too soft, but it's also not too hard. It's delicious. I love it. Pulp, so I'll call these the pulp juice beet brownies. Amazing, y'all.